Lori says yes. Brian says no. Richard says yes. Debbie says yes. Paul says yes. Sarah says yes by you. Yeah, we've definitely worked together. Sarah Loic, welcome. Mark, never, not yet anyway. Debbie Blue, yes. I just listened to your 10K session and I've tried some of your other sessions throughout the years, says Thori. I have a library of Tellman's hypnosis recordings, says Gary. Beautiful, beautiful. Self-hypnosis, says Bill. So whether you've been hypnotized before, which the majority of you have, or whether you haven't, please feel free to ask questions. This is what I'm going to call a hypeless webinar, right? This webinar is purely experiential, and you're going to get a chance to experience wealth hypnosis firsthand here in just a few minutes. I do want to answer some common questions and whatever questions you all have about wealth hypnosis here today. And we're going to talk about, we're get all your questions answered. I'm going to tell you a story about how I discovered wealth hypnosis. We're going to do a wealth hypnosis session. And then for those of you that want to work more with wealth hypnosis afterward, I'm going to tell you how you can sign up to work with me directly at the end of our session here today. And my goal is to blow you away with a really, really good and positive experience here today, so that you will be so overwhelmed with positive feelings and feel so good about some new possibilities opening for you when it comes to your money mindset and your ability to make more money, to save more money, to grow more money wherever you're at, that you'll want to continue working with me. And so you can consider today's session a little bit like a demonstration, or a little bit like a taste test, where you're going to get a chance to experience wealth hypnosis firsthand and decide for yourself whether it's something that you want to continue with and whether I'm someone you want to work with, right? So if you have any questions throughout the presentation, strongly encourage you to ask them. Even skeptical questions are very welcome. I've answered, every, hypno-skeptical question in the book over the years. I've been doing this for literally 26 years. This is my 26th year as a hypnotist. I became a hypnotist or a hypnotherapist in my 20s, and I studied hypnosis and flow state and peak performance in athletes and altered states of consciousness and binaural beats and all this kind of stuff in college. And after college, I wanted to go on and continue my work professionally. And the only way that I could figure out how to do that was to become a hypnotherapist. And I was looking for a job. The job that I had, I was actually working at the Vermont Bread Company night shift back in the day. I live in Vermont. And what ended up happening was I was looking for a higher paying job. I was looking for a job that had a schedule that would work better for me. My dad at the time was in a chemical coma in the hospital, and we didn't know if he was going to live. Single digit percentage point chance that he was going to live. He did, and he's doing great. But we didn't know. And so I was looking for a different job, and what I found instead was a classified section in the newspaper back in the day. This would have been the year 1999. And I found a classified section in the newspaper, or no, you know what? I think it actually was the year 2000 that I took the course, because I got certified on December 31st of the year 2000. And it was the year 2000, and I found a classified ad for hypnotherapy certification. And there was a local hypnotist who had a positive changes hypnosis clinic in Vermont, in the town that I lived in. And it was actually a franchise. I didn't know it at the time, but I went and I got trained through the National Guild of Hypnotists by my teacher and trainer, Sharon Austin, who owned the clinic. And then halfway through the training, there were 12 or 13 other students there with me, but halfway through the training, she and the other trainer offered me the job right after I did a group hypnosis session with all of the other students in the class. And so I was the only one that was offered a job in that scenario. So that was really wonderful. I took the job, and I worked for my trainer, teacher Sharon, for a couple of years before going out on my own, built my local practice up, and then went online in 2003, and have been doing hypnosis ever since. I've had several different companies over the years, got really, really good at internet marketing, and trained and taught a whole bunch of small business owners email marketing and internet marketing strategies for 8 or 9 years. In that process, I created hypnosis sessions to start helping entrepreneurs really up-level their performance, to make more sales, to make more money, to think bigger, to be better leaders, to be more motivated, to overcome their negative thinking, to dream on a larger scale, and to take action on those dreams, and to take action on those dreams consistently, and to stop holding themselves back.